inspired by ancient. Om Mahadevaya Vidmahe Rudrate Dhimahi Tanna Shiva Prachodayat.
Excuse me.
Om Mahadevaya Vidmahe Rudramurte Dhimahi Tanna Shiva Prachodayat. Om Mahadevaya Vidmahe Rudramurte Dhimahi
For March the 20th, 2019. For the full moon in Libra.
Tanna Shiva Prachodayat.
Monogamy.
Om Mahadevaya Vidmahe.
Right. Hello. Happy full moon. Hello. Merry meet to everybody. So I wanted to come and have a discussion with you guys about love and money stability ritual work for today. And I feel like a lot of people should be focusing on that. So I got the perfect cards that came out. I'm going to throw 5 more. I got the Queen of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles in the reverse position, the 3 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords. So here's the deal. Nobody wants to be in an unstable relationship. Nobody wants that. Nobody deserves that. Okay, so there's a lot of people that have dreams, you know, and aspirations and goals for their love life. Okay, so that's why I'm here. Hey, Pang, how are you? So the thing about the ritual work that I will be working on tomorrow is going to be for love and stability. And I feel like this full moon in Libra is going to be perfect for that. And the reason why is because the Libra represents balance, and the Libra actually represents stability when you're looking at the scales. So this is why the Queen of Swords was the first card that came up. That's good, Payne. Good to hear that. Good to hear that. You know what? I think you've gotten a reading before. I'll give you a wrench. How you doing, Sexy Jessie? Hello. Welcome to the chat. So here's the deal. Most people want stability. Most people want to be in a stable, monogamous relationship. Most people. Okay? There should never be a point in time where you should ever feel as though, you know, you're not good enough, or, or you're not enough for me or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So tomorrow, basically, well, tonight, because I'm going to be up for a while making candles and stuff. But tonight, I will be getting prepared for the ritual, or maybe just outright doing it. Because why do we want a stable relationship? Because we don't want to ever feel abandoned. If you are in a relationship where there's a third party involvement, you're going to always feel abandoned. Okay, so this is why this Three of Swords comes up and this Page of Pentacles in the reverse position. There's a lot of people, let me tell you about your players. The reason why they're players is because, and I'm not being evil or mean to them or anything, but it's because they're insecure. They're afraid that if they make a choice to be with one person, that something's going to happen to that one person and then they'll be alone forever and ever. But we all know that statistically, the man and the woman does a lot better in a monogamous relationship. Monogamy equals stability. Why? Because all of his attention is going to you. All of his money is going to you and your children, in case you have them. So this is something that women have long wanted, mostly women, you know, and then also men. There are a few smart men that understand the value. Unfortunately, when you're out sleeping around, it just says a lot about the demons that you may have. And those demons are not very fun to have. They're really, honestly not. I'm not even joking with you guys, you know. And so this is what this full moon is going to be about. It's going to be about manifesting a stable relationship. And it does not matter how old you are. It does not matter whether or not you're young, old, fat or skinny, tall or short. It's about manifesting the person that is perfect for you. Okay? That's what it's about. So that's what's going to be the focus, is a lot of you ladies out there and gentlemen that want stability in your life. Okay, now there's a couple of different things that causes people to be unstable. Okay, mainly a lot of people, it's their family. I've noticed a lot of people having a lot of issues with their family. So, you know, this is going to be the opportunity. With this moon being in Libra, this is going to be the opportunity for you to manifest the perfect love for you. It really is. So I would work on that. I'm not going to be doing any group rituals. If I do at the last minute, I'll let you guys know or something. But I'm saying that this is the work that we should be doing around this time. So I got the Two of Swords, I got the Queen of Cups. And so the Two of Swords and the Queen of Cups represents being true to yourself and knowing what you need. Now, the Queen of Cups is either a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces. Cancers love stability. So do Scorpios. Everybody loves stability. Nobody wants to be hanging in the balance. Nobody wants to be a wayside wave, you know, just blowing in the, you know, you just blowing in the damn wind. Living on the edge of night. No, you know, we want somebody that's going to come home to us every night, that's going to pay those bills, that's going to live life. And, you know, it's so, you know, if you have someone in your life that you're dealing with like that won't give you that kind of stability, then it's definitely time for you to move on. This is an opportunity for you to move on. Okay, because the Six of Swords comes up. So this is really, really important for you to say, hey, listen, I'm placing value on myself. I'm placing value on myself. And, you know, here's my whole thing about it, is that a lot of you are just going to have to meet somebody new is the problem. Unfortunately, there are some people that you can meet and the situation won't work out because they'll have either a negative perception of you, And, and that person, and that happens. But you got to be honest with yourself, and you've got to make a decision to say, hey, listen, I'm going to move on from this because this is not what I want. It's not what I truly want. And if I lie to myself and I choose something that I don't actually want, then it's going to be my fault when I leave this earth unfulfilled. And you can't do that. Okay. You want to manifest the love that's coming to you that don't have no, baggage. It's a lot of people out there that don't have baggage. Why? Because they let their baggage go. That includes bad family, bad friends. When you see somebody headed in that direction, they good. Okay. And if they're focused on that, if that's something that they're focused on, because if a person is focused on that and you're focused on it at the same time, guess what? Full moon in Libra, you're equally yoked. That's going to bring stability. Okay. But let me tell you what instability will cause. Instability will cause financial difficulties, health problems, and problems in general in your life. Okay. So especially for those of you that are highly intuitive, no woman wants to sleep with a man that's sleeping with several other women. It's not a good thing at all. Okay, I'm just keeping it real with y'all. There's a lot of people out there. I mean, I've done readings for people. Y'all know I've talked about the nature boy thing. Hey, listen, you do that. You do that, boo-boo. We're gonna manifest the perfect man for us. We're not gonna settle for that, to where you're all sharing one man. That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense for you to make a choice as a woman and then to say, well, this is all I'm worthy of. Oh, I'm going to allow him to cheat on me because, I'm this, and that. And no, you should never allow anybody to treat you that way in a relationship. You shouldn't. If this is something that you choose, then you choose it. I'm not making that choice, and I don't suggest any of you guys do it. Let me tell you something. It's a problem. That's why your children don't have any stability, and that's why the woman doesn't have any stability in her life. Because all of his money, all of his time is going towards all of these other women. And there's no way that he can hold you down. That's what you want. You want a man to hold you down, or a woman that's going to hold you down. And I'm talking about all the time, not just on a Thursday, not just on a Saturday. I'm talking about 7 days a week. And if you have someone in your life that is not interested in that, then get someone else in your life. Seriously, because let me tell you something. We're not getting any younger. And when you get old, hell, who the hell? And see, here's the whole thing. People that don't have stable out there, you know what? People that are in stable relationships, I believe, and I don't have to look at no statistics. I believe that those people are more mentally stable. They are more physically stable, and they are healthier. What do we have a mirage of? A mirage of single mothers and fathers to where their children have to make up for the mate that they didn't have. So that's what you're doing. You're cleaning up behind it. That's what we have a lot of. And I'm sorry if somebody chooses to do that with their life, they don't need to be in your life. Because as a grown woman, I know that I should be taking care of my man, not my mama. That's just the reality of it. Okay. And you know what? Let me tell you something. You shouldn't have to sacrifice for your parents in that way. You shouldn't have to do that. Okay. So if you are an adult that is looking to have an adult relationship, okay, an adult relationship to where you're not a child, you're an actual adult and you're stable. This is what we're going to be focused on all day today. I'm going to be doing love readings and everything, money readings, stability, Nobody's going to be stable if you're taking care of people or if you're spending a lot of your time dealing with people that are not taking care of themselves. Everybody has to pull their own weight. Okay. So when it comes to money, money is simple. If you stop dragging dead weight with you, then money will just flow to you effortlessly. It won't be so difficult. So are you ready to make life less difficult for yourself? Because that's really what it's all about. Okay. A man running around here, with several different women, he don't have the ability or the stability to focus on you. Okay. And it doesn't mean that somebody is codependent. That is not what that justice card is about. Now, we didn't get the justice card in this reading. We got the karma card reversed. We got the full card upright. And then we got the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse position. You know what the 10 of Pentacles means in the reverse position? Okay, people, it means it's time to grow up. That's what it means. It means that it's time to stop being a child and grow up. Okay? That's exactly what that means. You not no child anymore. You got to move on and focus on that stability. And you can't keep worrying about what your friends think, because they're not really your friends. Okay? Stop worrying about what they think. Stop asking for their approval. Stop asking for your family's approval. We're dealing with a lot of people that are dealing with dysfunctionality in their families. So the 10 of Pentacles talks about that. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse position especially talks about how, in general, throughout the generations, one of the reasons why we are not building wealth within our families is because too many of us is hoeing around. It's just not going to work. You should be focused on whatever you do creatively, whatever it is for your work, your wife and your children, or your husband and your children. That is what you should be focused on. And it's never too late. Now, if you 60 or 70 years old and you dying in the hospital, then yeah, that's going to be too late. But if you're in your 30s, 40s, and even your 50s or 60s or 70s and you're healthy, then it is never too late to manifest love in your life. Okay, the only people that are broken down, mad, upset, and bitter are the ones that threw their life away. You don't have to throw your life away like that. Okay, and see this karma card in the reverse position. It's definitely showing that negative karma is sort of playing out for a lot of people, especially during Mercury retrograde. But I feel like also the karma card represents judgment and using good judgment. And in general, people are not doing that. This is why we have available men out here that are still single. This is why we have available women out here that are still single. And we've got all of these people who are afraid to be together. They're either afraid or either they're bitter, or, either then you got your men out here that's playing around, playing the field until the day they die. That is an imbalance. Okay. And let me tell you something. There is nothing more wonderful than being in the arms of a stable woman. Okay. There's nothing more wonderful than that. And it's nothing more wonderful than being in the arms of a stable man. If the person that you're dealing with right now is not offering that to you, then you ain't got to walk away and say, I'm gone, bye. I can't talk to you no more today. I'm not saying that you have to do that. But what I'm saying is that let's lay out the footprint for that, because you know, if you're dealing with somebody your age, or if you're dealing with somebody in their 30s and they dilly-dallying around and, oh, I don't know if I, well, then you know what? You got your answer. And you know what you need to do. You need to walk away from that and get what you want. Never mind if that person told you that you was never stable, and or wait a minute, or that you're unworthy. Please believe they're gaslighting you and they're probably narcissistic, okay? Don't worry about that. Just like a lot of you that have dysfunctional families, please understand that there is a whole other, you know, family out there for you. You can create your own family. You can create whatever you want. Nobody has to be afraid of anything, but there's a lot of people that are afraid. So I can see that a lot of you are stuck in these unhealthy love triangles. Definitely can see with the Three of Swords that a lot of you are stuck in love triangles. And part of the problem for the love triangle is that the other person is possibly not financially stable. So they keep around certain folks that they can get money from, but it's time to step beyond that. If you got somebody that's saying, oh, I got to do this and do that for some, you know, for a piece of change, well, then it might be time for you to move beyond that, because that person has limited themselves. Okay, you said 2 steps forward and 2,100 steps back. Yeah. Becca says, hey, I'm having a lot of blocks and bad luck. You need a reading is what you need. I need to do a reading on you. A lot of people are having that, though. A lot of people are having that, though. But it will get better, but you have to focus on it getting better. Okay? You have to focus on it getting better. And number one is that we got to stop judging each other unfairly. That's what the karma card in the reverse position. And you got people out there that are very judgmental of everybody. And, you know, you need to turn that situation around. Okay? If you have a group of friends that's telling you that you're too old, give it up, it's over for you, then you know your answer. Is time to walk away from those people. And as soon as you truly walk away from those people, first of all, you got to do everything in your mind. Everything. So we got a little bit of mind healing that's going to be going on tomorrow as well, or right now, today. Because I've been thinking about this all day. People that have had illnesses, people that still don't feel right. It's because you've got to, now that your body is healed, now you got to remove the memory from your mind. And you have to, you know, get rid of that negative energy that's on your mind. So you have to move away from that situation. So I'm surprised the Lovers didn't come up in this reading, but the Two of Swords came up. Thank you, Pain. The Two of Swords is almost like the Lovers as well, because, you know, the Lovers is about, it's about being at a crossroads to where you're looking back and you can see all of these negative people and the negative words and the traps that they have set for you in your mind, to the point where they have told you, hey, listen, you know, you might as well just go ahead and accept this, because you ain't gonna never get nothing better. Okay, and the reason why I'm saying this to you is because your mama said this and your mama said that. And see, that's when you want to give them a punch in the face, because anytime somebody tell you that they're not going to do something because your mama told them, then you know you're dealing with a childish person. You know what I'm saying? And you know for a fact things would have been different with that person if they hadn't heard that negative stuff about you. But unfortunately, they've already been programmed. It's stuck in their mind and they've accepted it. Okay, so unfortunately, it's very difficult to change somebody's perception, especially some people. It's really difficult to change their perception of you. Okay, so a lot of y'all that, y'all know what I'm talking about too. Especially those of you that have, friends and family that's talking about you behind your back, and you just, oh, this is my friend, and that person ain't your friend. They not. Okay, I'm just telling you. So, and it's heartbreaking when, when somebody has a negative perception of you, and because of that negative perception, they have put you in a category to where they're like, well, I can have sex with you, but I'm not going to marry you. Well, then walk away. And trust me, they will try to steal your time. They'll try to steal your time and try to make you accept that. You'll ask them, well, why can't we just be friends? But no, that's not good enough. They want to make sure that you're pretty much just some lay that they have in their life. And you know what I'm saying? So it's time to walk away from that and know and treat yourself better and know that you can do better. Because as soon as you get that stable relationship in your life, a lot of that stuff that a lot of people did is going to go away automatically. It doesn't even matter what they did. And stop listening to the statistics. Stop going and listening to certain people online that are bitter. Stop punishing yourselves. Okay? A lot of people can have a new beginning, in particular when it comes to money. The Fool card comes up, and then also with love. Okay? With love, the Fool card represents a fresh start. If you tell the universe what you want, the universe will give it to you. Okay? If you tell the universe what you want, the universe will give it to you. So make sure you are doing that you are bringing that person to you that is perfect for you, that's going to give you what you want. Okay? Because let me tell y'all something. Unstable relationships are not even for the birds. Don't nobody want to be in a relationship where they're literally, it's like you're just a tea bag to be used and thrown away. No. And you got to make that decision for yourself. And so a lot of people are hurting. A lot of people are holding on to somebody. You can tell. And, it's kind of like, you can't really change people, but you can change your direction in life. So there's a time there, there's going to be a lot of energies for that. And especially if it's difficult and, that person knows what they've done, hold on a second. Hold on a minute, y'all. Give me a second. Good grief. My son has had insomnia for like the past couple of weeks. It's ridiculous. So anyway, and get over the past. Let the past go. It's time to start going towards a more stable environment. Okay, don't be getting with these people that have drug problems. Don't be getting with these people that have, too many issues and baggage, especially if they're not talking about the baggage. The only way something is going to be baggage is if they talking about it. If that person is just dating you and they ain't said nothing and everything, and then you bringing up all this drama and you doing all this stuff, and I'm sorry, a lot of y'all need to get out of these three-way relationships where you're a third party. Stop it. Stop it. Please. Please stop it. I'm serious. Okay? And we know that a lot of those player types, they using black magic. Please believe. I just ordered my first witchy book, though. This is the first book in witchcraft that I have ever ordered in my life. And it's about magical protection. So, you know, I'm getting ready to, you know, gain some more perspective and knowledge because I heard this book is just like Bombay. So I'll come back and give a review of that because, you know, for me personally, you know, and we can actually do this work today too, that we're going to have protection from, you know, manipulation from, you know, the player types that, you know, Papa was a rolling stone, dun-na, wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, I think all he left you was alone. No. No, we need trust, and we need trust funds, and we need some stability. Nobody wants to continue to be unstable in that way. Okay, so that moon in Libra, this super moon in Libra, is going to stabilize the situation, and it's going to bring somebody to you that is equally yoked, somebody that's going in. It's not somebody to where, like, let me tell you something. If you're in a relationship with somebody, or if that person is meant for you, you shouldn't have to tell them anything. Now, if you've created an environment that's toxic, then of course you're going to be talking about the toxic stuff all the time. But you shouldn't have to tell somebody what you want. You shouldn't have to reiterate that to them over and over again. You shouldn't have to do that. You know, they should already know that. And if they are not prepared to give that to you, then, you know, it's just not going to work. It's just not going to be the correct thing. So a lot of y'all, you know, don't be getting back together with these people that wasn't offering you any stability. I'm telling you, I've made that mistake. And, you know, honestly, you just got to stop putting other people before yourself and start living your life. You can't keep feeding these sick dogs. I'm serious, y'all. And I'm not saying YOLO, you only live once, because I don't believe you only live once, because I've been here several times. What I am saying to you is that you should get what you want. Now, there's a lot of people, they like instability. They like it. You know, they like not knowing how they're gonna pay their bills next week. They like not, you know, they like not knowing if their man is gonna come home, and you know, it's a thrill for them. You know, it's thriller. Yeah, I love it. You know, you know, destroy me, hurt me. You know, it's like no, no. And see, I'm a Cancer with a Leo moon and I'm a Cancer with a Leo rising and a Virgo moon and a Taurus, Venus. I crave stability on a level to where if I don't get it, I probably am gonna act like I'm mentally ill. How you think somebody's supposed to act if, you know, they're not having sex on a regular basis? That's messing up a lot of people's hormones. I talked about this on my other channel. Okay, those people that you know are having issues, and if you're having issues with that, that is not a good thing to be a human being. And sometimes you get love and sometimes you don't. And nobody should have that lifestyle. That's not a lifestyle. That's like a curse. You know, your man shouldn't be telling you sometimes I feel like a nut, sometimes I don't. No, and not under any circumstances should you accept that. And you got to stop waiting for somebody to say, hey, you know what? I know that you want this and you deserve better than me, so I'm just going to let you go. They're not going to just let you go. They not. You can tell because you still thinking about them, right? And nobody understands why. You know, this is one of the really funny things. About 60% of the readings that I do for people, it's a man that done ran off somewhere and he's with somebody else that he's not really happy with, or sometimes they are happy, but he's thinking about you. Why? Why? And I'm sitting up here telling people, I'm like, well, the reason why you still thinking about this person is because they still thinking about you. And it'll be like 3 years or something. It's like, well, what are they doing? So nobody will ever understand that. You know, maybe perhaps these people have been taken over by demons, and maybe, you know, their mind is on the inside screaming for that person. In the meantime, they're attached to a demonic entity. And maybe that's why they sit and think about you for 12, 20, 50 years and don't ever make no move. And, you know, you 70 or 80 years old, you know, all your hair is gray. And it's just, no, like, stop it. Stop it. You know, that's what I'm saying to y'all. Stop it. And stop thinking that you're not going to manifest that person, because I'm telling you, it's definitely possible to manifest that in your life. When you stop paying attention to the unstable people that, you know, they just messing around, you know, there's some of them is waiting for the end of the world. The end is coming any day, so we might as well just keep being irresponsible and unstable. No. And in 50 years or 100 years from now, you'll still be here. Only it'll be a couple of generations of unstable people. And you know, I've constantly had unstable men trying to, you know, stay attached. You know, and it's just not cool on any level. So this is what we're gonna manifest on this moon. And you just gotta get out of that mode of heartbreak and expecting things to not work out. Okay? Because I'm gonna tell you something. Are we really that innocent whenever a person does something to us? Because they give us plenty of red flags in the beginning. So it's not like, oh my God, I can't believe you did this to me. Why? I mean, come on now. And then some of y'all waste years and years. I mean, it'd be years and years and years that went by. And some of y'all 45, 50, 55. And, you know, you're still at that unstable place. Okay? Damn, but Jay Lawrence said, damn, I woke up lucid dreaming, came straight here eating hot wing pretzels. Oh, that sounds good. Where they sell that at? That sounds so good, because I love pretzels, and I bet hot wing pretzels are really good. Gotta understand it, y'all. I'm telling you. There's a couple of spirit guides. One of them is air energy and one of them is earth energy. These two spirits right here, they're in the upright position. The King of Pentacles is saying to grow up and be mature. Move on from these immature relationships that are draining your energy and draining your creativity. The Page of Pentacles is in the inverted position because this is the childish part of yourself that needs to grow up. Okay? Because we can all see how, you know, with this Three of Swords, you know, there was probably a problem in your in your parents' relationship, and you know, but that's not an excuse though. A lot of people want to make excuses. That's not an excuse. Just because your parents had an unstable relationship don't mean that you have to. Do you understand what I'm saying? A lot of people will say, oh, well, this is caused by this. And so everybody as an adult continues to blame their parents for their mistakes and their problems. Well, what if you don't never talk to your mother or your father? What if they took the high road and said, I'm going to get up out of her life or his life? Then what? Because as far as I can see, when you become an adult, yeah, you can keep a close relationship with your parents, but you're supposed to move on and move out. You know, yeah, maybe every now and then your parent may have to help you, but I don't ever go to my parents for help financially. So I don't know how that feels. I haven't done that in years. I think the last time, well, I did do that when I moved to Georgia because I needed a little bit of help, but you know, yeah, we've got to grow up is what Spirit is saying. And we also need to stop holding on to bad stuff from the past. Once you've said, I'm sorry, I apologize, let's move on, then that's what you should truly do. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. Why should you have a stable relationship? Money, mental, spiritual, okay? For the money, because if you're seeing a bunch of people, that's going to take away from the household, okay? If you're a man and you're seeing somebody else behind somebody's back, they're going to pick up on that energy. They're going to pick up on that energetically. So you should not be doing that. Okay. And sometimes it can be very, very negative energy, because I told y'all that when a woman wants to cheat with a man, even if it's a married man, she is not cheating because she wants that man. She is sleeping with you because she is competing with that woman. It's strictly the intent is to hurt the other woman and take away from her in some kind of way. Okay? So all you men that's running around here, oh yeah, I had this sexy, hot, young girl, or a sexy, hot, older woman or whatever. Oh yeah, she thinks I'm sexy, baby. No, she don't. She don't think you sexy. She think your woman is sexy and she wants to compete with your woman. That's what she wants. She want her specific intent that she's going to put inside of you is going to be so that you can take back home with you the energy of cheating and her energy and her negative energy. So this is why when you come home, she can smell her on you. I don't care if it's a woman that don't even know she's psychic. So the other woman will put all that energy in you, and then you'll go home and put it in your woman, and then your woman is acting like a crazy person because you just put a bunch of demons and entities inside of her. And then you'll say, oh, well, you crazy. You the one that just put a bunch of demons and entities inside of me because you just came back from a succubus's den. So some of these men ain't out there cheating. So some of them are not cheating with actual women. These women are very demonic. Very demonic. Okay? Okay? So I'm just telling y'all what I know. So some of y'all need to do cleanses. Okay? Do yourself some cleanses. Hold on a minute. So yeah, some of y'all need to do cleanses, because these women will be like, oh yeah, baby, I want to be with you. They'll see your little girlfriend and stuff, and you might be all happy or whatever, and then I want, and you know how men have a hard time turning it down. Okay, so they'll go and they'll be with that woman, and then come and put that back in you. And then the next thing you know, you vomiting and you can't control your mouth, and you cussing and screaming at the top of your lungs. And they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing with the other woman. Because and I'm gonna tell you something, don't ever deny yourself of what you know that you need. Don't no woman want no man that's got a bunch of women. Because a lot of times those other women are not gonna have a good intent. Okay, so if you want to work on love and the stability, good night, pain. Good night, love and light. Gotta get that out your life. That's what I'm talking about, man. I can't stop talking about it because I want somebody that's with me. I want somebody that's gonna wake up in the morning and see about me every single day. Don't nobody want somebody, well, I might call you on Wednesday. I might give you a call on this day. I don't know. Maybe I'll be there. Sit back and think about it. I'd be like, you know what? And see, for me, I don't like being a negative person. I really don't. But you just got to tell people, hey, listen, I can't deal with this man. And, I deserve better than this. But sometimes you can't even, some of these people don't even deserve that level of communication, because what they'll do is they'll go and they'll either do some kind of spiritual work to dominate you and stuff like that. And that's not good either, because a lot of these people that, they're stealing your life from you, because the longer you stay with them, the more of your life that is wasted on something that you don't want, when you can have exactly what you want. And I'm especially tired of hearing about women that are compromising. You shouldn't have to compromise on that. Also, I feel like this energy is going to be very healing. I've already felt it. A lot of you that are having health problems that are coming from mental. Okay. A lot of y'all that are having health problems that come from your mental status. This is another thing. Brittany Phillips says she's compromising with a Libra. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Listen, you are going to only regret it later. You are only going to regret it later. That doesn't mean, like I said, you have to break up with them today. But start planning your exit, or just let them know, hey, hell, ain't nothing wrong with that. But see, some of these people, you have to be 007. They don't want to hear the truth. They just want you to lie to them and say, oh, well, yeah, I'll go ahead and accept that. It's okay. You want me to just be a piece of butt for you? You want me to just, I can't, don't do it to yourself. And stop wasting your youth. They can't wait for you to decide to waste your youth. They can't wait for that. And some of these men are stealing your youth and giving it to another woman. I've seen that in readings before. I've seen that. Mm-hmm. Brittany, girl, my heart goes out to you. I understand how you feel, though. That's crazy, because I think I started practicing witchcraft like 13 years ago. I think it was in 2005. Yep. Yeah. Here's the thing about Libras. They're very exciting at first, but the instability will show later. But the Libra stands for stability. So there are a lot of stable Libras out there. Maybe you are compatible with the Libra, but maybe you need to get a Libra that is going to be stable. Okay. Thank you, Brittany. Yeah. You started in 1998. Yeah. So for me, I don't want to do it anymore. And so this is what I'm going to be working on. I suggest a lot of you do that as well. Yeah. You know what the funny thing about it is that when I lived in my hometown, I never had the reputation of being anything. You know what I'm saying? I've never had a negative reputation at all, ever, until I came on YouTube and had, enemies or whatever. And so a lot of people will think, oh, okay, well, and especially when somebody's gaslighting you, when they know that they're doing things to upset you mentally, and they'll say, oh, well, you're mentally unstable because you can't deal with what I'm doing to you. And that's not fair either, because your body and your spirit is telling you, your mind, body, and spirit is telling you that you do not want that unstable situation. Brittany said he's not stable. He's lost 2 houses of ours from drugs. It sucks. He's made me unstable. Brittany, what is your zodiac sign, hon? What's your zodiac sign? Because I can see that. And so then they'll tell you, they'll say, well, you got to be stronger than that. You got to be a soldier. And what you do is you just back slowly away, because you know how they tell you, be a soldier. You know how they, and literally a lot of us is shell shocked. We are. A lot of us are shell shocked. See, oh, girl. Oh, see, Libra is actually a good sign for a Taurus, to be honest with you. But it depends on I'm sorry. Yeah, it depends on the Libra. But yeah, people will make you unstable. They can. If you're in a relationship with them, it's very possible. And they'll say, well, why are you playing victim? It was, and they'll say things like that. And it's like, they don't really understand that. So when you especially when you compromise, that's when you regret it the most. Those are the people that'll treat you the worst too. But yeah, there is instead of losing 2 houses, sis, you should have done bought 2 houses. You should be owning 2 houses. Yeah. Yeah, I just wouldn't do it. And here's another thing. I think that you truly do have to break away from that other person. You can't really be codependent on the other person unless you're living with them or something. But let's face it, the world is necessarily set up for stability. A lot of these jobs and companies, there's not a whole lot of stability. It's like a revolving door. So you're welcome, Brittany. Yeah. I'm the same way, because when you think about it, God, when I've thought about the guys that I've dealt with, and I've thought about the fact that I've never had stability. So this is one of the reasons why I still want 2 or 3 more children. And that's normal. That's normal for a person to want to experience life and to not experience some false reality that someone set up for you. Because a lot of y'all are living in the false reality of your dysfunctional families too. And there is a will and there is a way. You just have to be strong. You really do. You have to be very strong. And you don't have to be strong to the point where you're roaring like a lion at everybody. No. See, that's what that strength card is about. You don't have to be that, but you can be strong in that to where you're like, listen, I didn't accept this. So I don't know when this moon went into Libra, but I've been thinking about this all day. And, sitting here, you know what they do, them unstable relationships? It's very counterproductive. You can't focus on nothing. It's a creative block. They create creative blocks in us. Get all gassy and bloated. Seriously. It creates that. It creates that energy of I can't focus. And because it's unstable. How you going to focus and think straight when somebody's constantly switching back and forth and flipping up and down? And it's killing him. I can't just get up and get out in the work field. I have borderline personality disorder and it's hard. Oh. Why my mama Libra was in my dream acting up. I don't know. That's a good question. Let me do a dream interpretation read complimentary for you, Jay Lawrence. Cheating in the dream realm. I was going in, Jamila. I said, who the African dude? Spirit guides, why was Jay Lawrence's mom in his dream acting up? I'm assuming that you're a male. I'm assuming, but I could be wrong. Let me see what's up with that. So, oh, well, you got the, well, I'm wondering if your mother is kind of emotionally unstable. I think that it represents either emotions or something to do with love, because the Two of Cups comes up reversed and the Three of Pentacles is reversed. The Ace of Cups is reversed, and then Six of Pentacles and Six of Cups. So I feel like that was a sign, something that, you know, your mind is trying to tell you, or either some kind of message from the spirits, you know, talking about how, you know, even though your mom is going through that, that you can have something different. Because you have to live your own life. You do. When it comes to your mother, you have to live your own life. You know, my mother had wanted me to move in with her at the age of 30 something. And I'm like, why would I do that? That's so weird. Yes, husband and her have no real intimacy. Okay. As it was before, she's going through. Okay. Yeah, you can definitely have different than that. I can tell that your mother is sort of in a situation that's not good, something bitter. And if it's no real intimacy, then a person's going to be unhappy because they're going to be unfulfilled. Yeah, I would not have it any other way either. And that person is out there. They really are. A lot of people don't want to believe it. Sanaa says, I feel that I have bad karma. Yeah, a lot of people are dealing with karmic situations. But my whole thing about it is that there's a lot of people that, you know, they don't really want to take their life back from these people. They want to continue to live in that, in that. You know, and you got a lot of people that's out here. I mean, they look at something on the news and then all of a sudden they can't have no relationship because they heard about something that was in the news. So a lot of people are being affected by each other when it comes to that. And you have to put yourself in your own bubble. You do. You have to put yourself in your own bubble. Yeah. Yeah, also another thing, the spiritual baths are going to be very important as well. I think I'm going to get mine out the way before I go to bed. Just spiritual baths, and you can put your sage in there. I wouldn't get the powder sage. The powder sage kind of burns a little bit. I go ahead and get the loose sage, and you can put it in there. You should, and it can be hard to clean out, and you don't want to let it go down the tub, or, down the drain or whatever. Them herbs will eventually disintegrate, eventually, because I know that I use a lot of herbs in my bath. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna go and try to, take me a bath and get some rest and everything. I will see you guys tomorrow. I might share some parts of my rituals, but I've note of my ritual that I'm gonna be doing tomorrow, because um, I may not do it, and the reason why is because you know I might be a little busy or something tomorrow. Yeah, you're welcome. And I hope that I was able to inspire somebody. And hopefully, we can take a lot of the bitterness away from people, because people become very bitter. They do. They become bitter. And don't do that to yourself. Okay. Good night. Y'all have a good one. If you guys need to reach me, the link to my website is below. Okay. Love and light.